Coming up on this week's All About Hennessey show.
Jason comes by to talk about updates for the 22-23 school year. Kim Hallmark, Works Career Internship Director, comes by to talk to us about how it all works. This show made possible in part by Cimarron Electric, serving members in Northwest Oklahoma with clean, reliable power since 1936. CimarronElectric.com.
And Community State Bank, small town banking the way it should be. Jason's here. We have, school starts tomorrow.
School starts tomorrow. Welcome the kids back in. Our teachers have been in the last 3 days, finishing up today with professional development and ready to get the kids in tomorrow.
And you have 13 new teachers.
13 new teachers, yeah. Most of those are replacements. We were fortunate enough to start a position, which I know you're going to interview Miss Hallmark later about her career intern class, and we're very excited about that. She has done that before at another district, and just a quality educator, and so I mean we're really excited about that. Also brought back some remediation positions in the elementary, and so just really trying to make sure you still keep focus inside.
And some are Hennessey grads.
Yes, I can't remember the number, but I know you have the Bennett's,
3 or 4. Yeah,
Haley.
Yep.
Miss Hallmark.
Yep. There's a couple more. Anyway,
there's a couple more. I can't remember all the names.
They'll be in a post probably today when you're watching this with the picture, so you can see who they all are, and very cool.
Yeah, people always like to know where they graduate from.
Congratulations, so, Hennessey grads. Cool. So the school board meeting was recently
Monday night,
and you updated on some of the security things.
Okay, yeah. So, we originally had the office from the State Department, Office of Safety and School Security, come out. They did an initial walkthrough, had very high remarks for Hennessey schools. I mean, they said the position we're in, the steps that have previously been taken by previous administration and board over the last 5-6 years, tremendous. And so they were very, very glowing. Couple things to work on. When people hear school safety, they automatically think physical safety of possible threats of somebody outside or whatever. But there's also things they look at, and one of the things that they recommended that we needed to really clean up on was we had a lot of exposed electrical outlets, panels, HVAC systems, breaker boxes, and so, somebody could come by and flip off breaker boxes into the school, or, possibly, get into electrical panels. And so you're going to see a lot of 6-foot black vinyl fencing go up around those to try to help, make it more secure, but also help beautify the campus a little bit. Did that at the daycare. They originally had a 4-foot fence, and that's what they talked about. Somebody could easily come by and grab a kid, so it just makes sense to raise that up a little bit. Just a little common sense things like that. Maybe look at some door locks. We did put in new cameras all across the elementary. Index was out also, and that's who we use on the key fobs and the buzz-in systems, and so they went through. We've upgraded basically everything that we can. The next step on that is another office from the State Department will come out, kind of the same division, but they look at things a lot more in depth while the kids are in there. They want to see traffic flow of the students, of foot traffic. They want to see car traffic. They want to see during the hours, vulnerability. When are kids actually getting there? When are they leaving campus? All those things. So they'll do that. Unfortunately, after the situation in Texas, that's put their office way behind, and so he said it'd probably be a couple months before they're able to get even a schedule out here. And so we were ahead of the game when the first visit came through. And so, we're going to just look in-house. Obviously, we're working with local law enforcement of making sure protocols, after that situation in Texas happened in Uvalde, and that's a very small community, much like Hennessey. Every small local law enforcement has reviewed their tactics as well. And so it's a partnership of working together and
you've
everything.
got a new resource officer this year, Kristen.
Yes, another Hennessey grad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kristen Solis, and he will be actually in school like Aaron Pitts had been.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. So they're in transition of getting a new officer in at the PD, and then that will allow then Christian to start coming to us. In the meantime, Aaron is going to be kind of double dipping.
He knows
both.
the way. He knows.
He
how
does.
it's done,
He does.
So.
And, yeah, that's right. And so he's been helping out even once he went to back to the police force full time.
In case you didn't know, Aaron was made the interim chief police chief, and that left the opportunity for the school to put someone new in, and Kristen was a good fit.
Yeah.
So they're
we're happy to have him.
kind of going that way. Good. Now, you've made some changes at the athletic softball field and
have.
around the football field, some things like that.
Yeah, we've had so at the softball field, we're finishing up the backstop area, and that whole thing included the dugouts backstop. So that is complete. We've now got the visitors bleacher canopy over that. We're in the process of getting the concession stand press box done. That shouldn't take much longer on that, and then they will connect the canopies. Kind of, they're split levels, so.
So are they going to come wrap all the way around?
They're going to end up wrapping all the way around, but that
okay.
second level of the concession stand, where it's going to wrap around, it would come into the door. So Damien's going to have to get pretty creative on how he does
Little
this.
engineering tweak there, yeah.
Exactly, but I've got faith in him, and it really looks good.
We're in a Damon building, so
Yeah.
he can figure it out.
So yeah, it really looks good. And the football field, we just did. When you'd pull into the field house from off of Mitchell, you just
There was always a big
front
hole
end there.
there,
Yeah,
yeah.
just a big drop off, and so we just had some gravel put in there, and just that way it's nice and level.
Yep. And then that leaves an opportunity if you ever wanted to do the concrete thing and
Yeah.
yeah.
And we're getting now I'm going to jump on some projects kind of that we're talking about right now. On the west side of Mitchell, extending from Oklahoma, which would be the southeast corner of the high school, going north to the early childhood,
ditch.
the whole ditch.
The big
and
ditch.
So found the survey of that when that was done, sent that to civil engineers. They're working with survey company because it was too different by chance, and so they're just out. They're shorthanded like everybody
I
else.
think there was a plan during the dome development that was parking.
There was, and they just did an overlay of parking spaces. They did not actually do the specs
do
on
the
the concrete.
engineering
They just said, hey, here would be, So this is what the next step of where they're going to
Get
go.
rid of the
to
ditch first.
Get rid of the ditch first, put in the drainage tubes that you need to, and then have that done correctly. Get the dirt and elevated or every proper flow. And so that's in the works, and that's kind of the project right now. That, and then the tire store property that we purchased.
Yes, the corner of Mitchell and 51
Yes.
is
Jack Choate Boulevard.
Yep, Mary's Tire and the metal building.
It's a red metal building, yeah.
And you can buy the red metal building.
That is correct. We don't have any plans for that corner. Back in May, unfortunately, we had sent a letter because we wanted to just get the area cleaned up, and we wanted to make sure that the owners of the businesses through the harvest, because that's a very busy time for them, give them plenty of time. So we had sent them a letter back in May on to vacate by October 7th, I think is the date. And so, that they've still got a couple months to, find where they're relocating business. I've not had a chance to talk to them to see if they've had luck with that. So the plan is just, to demo and, just clean it up. And then we were contacted just informally, a couple different people, about how they would be interested in just buying the building from the red building.
Yeah, it's a metal
And
building, you
so
take it
it's
apart.
like, and we don't have a use for it. I think right there you can see the specs. It's roughly 1,800 square feet.
It's a 30
30
by
by
60 by
yeah.
12 foot. It's all metal.
So it's roughly 1,800 square feet, and and I had two different people ask. It's like, well, we might be able to get a little bit of money for it instead of just tearing it down. Somebody can get some use out of it. We're not going to relocate a red building anywhere on our campus. That kind of talk about the beautification of the campus, but that doesn't really fall in line.
This is an inside city council joke. Richard, the building is red. Okay, certain people will understand that.
Okay, all right.
So if they're interested, the invitation to bid is on allaboutHennessy.com, and you can reach out to Jason.
Yeah, and you can put my email here underneath here.
We
And
will, and you can
taking sealed bids
submit
on
a
it,
sealed
and
bid.
so they got about a month and a half. I think they're going to be due October 5th, and so you got plenty of time to plan on that. And if anybody needs to go in and inspect it, we can coordinate with the renter and get in there and look at it. And it's just for the building itself, from the pad up. It's anything related to the metal structure. It's not any of the loose contents inside or outside.
For those old folks that aren't quite living here, and we have a lot of people who watch this that don't live here anymore. The corner we're talking about used to be Bennett's Friendly Stop. Used to be the place.
Oh, was that right?
It was the hangout.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a hopping convenience store before they changed the highway direction.
Oh, okay.
And so that's the corner we're talking about. Now, we were talking earlier about Haley Fisher is coming in to, and she's going to run Family Consumer Science. And you were talking about maybe cleaning that area up a little bit next year.
Yeah, that was something that we had hoped to get around to do this past summer and finish up, but we just, things had so many other things going on, and it gets away from you. So, our Family and Consumer Science room, or home ec, the old home ec as old timers refer to it as, it's just outdated, and it just needs to be updated, needs a little love, and fresh coat of paint, carpet, and redo the cabinets and appliances, and maybe knock out a portion of a wall, and just needs to be fixed up. And so that's something that we want to try to start working for. That way we can start that project immediately when school's out next year, get done through summer.
Really important program. I mean, that's a life skills kind of a program.
It is. It's another great program.
Yep, very, very cool.
Yeah.
All right, did we get all the boxes checked? I think we got them all. Coming up in just a minute, we're going to meet with Kim Hallmark for a really important, what do you call that? What is that?
The intern program?
Yes.
Yeah, career intern.
It's kind of taking the place of career tech.
Yeah, trying
kind of a thing.
Fits a local need.
Yep.
I mean, you're going to be limited on some of the things that you can do, or certifications possibly, but you also have a little bit more opportunity than just a few programs that might be limited
Actually
to
get
that specific
into
career
a real work situation
Exactly.
to see what it's like rather than
And
classroom.
just start off with on-the-job training, or OJT, as a lot of us know it as, and just get out there and give a kid an opportunity to see if they like it, and maybe develop a career, and hopefully kids can, stay here in town and start a businesses here and continue to grow.
All right, stay tuned. Kim will be here in a minute and give us all the details. Thanks, Jason.
Thank you.
This show made possible in part by DK Recycling of Hennessey, 405-853-6951, and Pioneer, gopioneer.com. And we're back, and I have Kim Hallmark, Hennessey grad from 1979.
We're the great, we're the fine.
Yes,
we're the class
this
of
is a
79.
fun class, apparently. Yes, and now you went off in the world and came back, and you actually taught in Hennessey.
I did.
For how
I was
long?
in Hennessey for 17 years.
Then decided to get worldly and went somewhere
and
else.
we went to Texas. Spent 12 years there, retired there, and came back to Oklahoma in 2016 and decided I wanted to still work.
Yep.
And
Now, have you been in Enid? Is
I
that where
have
you've-
been. I was at Enid High for 5 years as a counselor, high school counselor, and last year I was at Dover Schools for the year.
Oh, I didn't know you went to Dover.
Yeah, K
Oh.
through 12 last year. Yeah.
Cool. Not far down the road.
And then I'm thrilled to be back in my hometown. So
Well, the cool thing about Kim is, if you remember a couple of months ago, there was the school board decided not to do the VOTEC $1 million thing and was tasked to find a better way.
right.
And I honestly think this is a better way. This is very, very individualized and everything. So what is your plan called? You were telling me you just gave it a name.
We gave it a name, and the kids may not know. I think I sent it out in an email to the ones that have applied, but we're going to call our program, instead of the boring old name internship program, we're going to call it Eagle Works. And I didn't just come out of the blue with that, because a lot of the schools that are doing internship programs try to make it personal to their school. And so it's not uncommon for you to find that they've come up with spazzy names, Enid High calls theirs EHS Works. And so I wanted to do that. And so we brainstormed it and we got it. So Eagle
it's
Works.
Eagle Works Internship
Yes,
Program
well,
is
for
the
short,
long name.
Eagle Works, yeah.
Very cool. We'll work on an acronym for that. We were kidding.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Jill Murray's over here off camera. We're having some fun with that. So, how does this work? So, if I'm a student and I'm interested in this, run us through how this thing works.
And the main thing I would say is that we are going to make it really individualized. so that we're going to work with you if you're interested in this program, because we want to build it, and we're going to go out of the way to do our best, okay, to do that.
And the cool thing about this, other than going to Career Tech, is that you're going to be paired with a business that is actually
Yes.
doing this work. It's not classroom sitting,
Right.
talking about reading schematics and things. You're actually going to be doing real work.
Right. Yes. So we'll definitely be. That's our first goal, is to try to match them up with a business. Let me back up just
Now
a
you have
minute.
three. We have three.
Yes.
three
Yes.
categories.
There's three ways, but even
I'm
before
running
that, we're talking about ICAP for just a second. All the students are required to have an ICAP. That stands for Individualized Career Academic Plan. That started in about, the legislature put that in around 2017. It's slowly been phasing in. So the counselors know, we've had to do things with this for the last several years. But this year's seniors are the first class that actually has to have that documented on their transcript, that this has happened. This is a way to make sure that we're doing the best that we can for the kids, okay?
It's just to get them in the mode of a career. Not
Exactly.
Just go to college 4 years and figure
Exactly.
it out later.
You get them to start thinking about it, and you can really do this all the way down, in
We'll
the
start
elementary
this
as
in
well.
5th grade, really. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
right. So anyway, we will try. We'll get the application. They'll come see us. If you can't come tonight, if you'll see Miss Murray, first day of school, I think. Is that okay? You want the first day of school? Okay. And we'll get an application out to you. We want them to fill those applications out as soon as possible, so that we can get started. We need to get started on a certain time level we're going to have, and we're going to have a deadline for that. And it's going to be probably the same deadline you have to change your schedule for your regular other classes. So. But once I have those applications, Miss Murray will go through and make sure that their transcript looks good, that we're on track for graduation, and then come to me, the information, and then I will start looking to match the students up with a business in the community, surrounding, or anywhere we feel like is close enough that they
Safe drive. if you
yeah,
have to.
right, exactly. They do have to provide their own transportation to do that. And then we will have, so that's the first, that's student A. Student A is off campus. And student,
Now they go
Yeah,
they
go
go
ahead.
off campus for a couple of hours a day.
Yeah, it's
You actually go to your job.
juniors get 1 hour. So we gotta find somebody close for them.
Right.
Seniors 2 hours. Now there is another way they could extend those if they took advantage of the work permit.
I did that in
So
high
working
school.
after school hours.
I would leave at noon and not come
Right.
back. Yeah.
Here's another important thing about this is the students will receive credit. They'll get to get a high school credit for these hours that they're doing the internship program
Really?
during the school day. So 1 credit, 1 hour, 2 credits, 2 hours, if that's a full year. If they go out at semester, they'll get half a credit. So, but anyway, so once we get them matched up, then they'll have that. That'll be part of their schedule. They'll go, and so that's the second. That's student B. That's going to student A is going off campus. Student B is going to stay on campus because we have a lot of things we can offer on campus: early childcare, nursing, law enforcement, business, IT. So that some of the kids, and they'll have more flexibility if they can do that.
Right.
So the third group is going to be a group of kids that. What could I say? I had a job in mind that we just don't have around
Physicist
here.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I said physicist.
A marine
so
biologist,
I said
yeah.
physicist, so that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, marine biologist for sure.
Not a big demand around here,
Yeah,
but
we don't have that. I can't match them up. But what we do have is we have a new program with over 200 courses called E-Dynamic Learning. They've been around a long
got
time.
a preview of that, and that was pretty
Yeah.
neat.
And you know what I like about them is this whole program was built by educators. So anyway, so we'll find a course online matching their career interest, and hopefully, I just think out 200 or more, we're going to be able to probably find something for them, okay?
Nice.
Because there's all kinds of things on there. And then here's the other thing. The last thing I had to say is all of these kids, anybody doing an internship, A and B, whether it's on or off campus, they also have to take a course that matches with what they're doing.
Right. So you'll get classroom online training that matches your internship.
Yes, they'll and whether it'll be in the classroom, that's one of those things, that we're going to individualize. If
Sure.
a student does have room in their schedule, then we will let them do that online on their own time. But that's going to be a requirement. So they'll be evaluated by the business. They'll be evaluated by me, because I'm going to be,
You're the
their
instructor.
grades.
Yep.
I've got projects and things in mind that we may do, and then they'll be evaluated by what else was the third one? I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember what the third one was. The career tech course itself is going to have a grade, so that's going to be one of their grades. Then I would give them grades in the business, so there's the 3 grades, and we're not getting separate grades. It's going to be a holistic
Combine
thing.
them to
Yeah, a
come up with
holistic
a
thing where I'll look at it like that. So.
Now, I understand you have 20 already that have shown interest. in
Yes,
this,
there were
and
20 to 25, I think, that showed interest when Mrs. Murray did the enrollment last year. And so I did reach out to those students during the summer. And if you didn't get an email from me, but you did, sign up for the course, I did have some emails come back. So
reach out. We'll put your email
yeah,
address here.
it's not
Yep.
too late. It's
Yep.
not too late or anything. So they're going to have to understand that this is a brand new program. So we're going to move, slowly and methodically, and we're going to evolve. It's going to evolve. There's going to be changes probably down the road. So, but we really, the strong point that I want to get across is that we're really going to try to make it work for any kid that really wants to do it.
And then the final step is to invite businesses
Yes.
to be part of
Yes,
this.
yes.
To offer the internships for these students.
Right. So I'm reaching out to
We've already signed
all
up.
businesses.
All of Hennessey is going to
Yeah.
be part of this thing.
That's right.
Yep,
They're
either
part
on-
of it. They're partnering with us.
Either
so
on the
it's helping.
film side or on the
Right.
news side. So
Right. And I will be sending a letter out with my business card on it. Won't be in the next couple of weeks, but I will be doing that hopefully in September to all businesses. And even if I don't have a student, ready for them right now, they could, go ahead and partner with
So
us.
there's an opportunity there.
Yeah, and then
Sure.
I have him on the list, and I'm not spending all my time going out, looking for these people later on. If we can get a concise list of those who are interested, then, that would be great, and they can contact me now if they want, just if they hear this,
And if you have questions, you can reach out to Mrs. Murray and
Mrs. Hallmark,
Ms. Hallmark,
and
we'll
yes.
put all the information is in the description of this video, so it'll be easy to find
That's
where you
it.
need to go to get these questions answered.
look forward to having him.
Thank you so much, Kim.
Thank you.
All right, stay tuned. Be sure to click the subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell to be sure you never miss an episode of the All About Hennessey Show. Check out this week's All About Hennessey Post newspaper and subscribe for free at allaboutHennessey.com.